Hi guys, I know it's been a few days since I did a live, but we are like in full throttle rehearsing and constructing the certification, which is, gosh, it's going to be so great. I don't even want to talk too much about it until more feels finalized to me and it's all set in stone so I can answer real questions. But I will tell you, you're just going to all be obsessed with it. I mean, it's the value of information is so rich and interesting and cool. It's just going to give you such a deeper understanding, deeper dive into all the 2B mindset principles. So I won't go too far in explaining what it is because I want to talk about other things. But like just to give you an example, in 2B mindset, I explain water first, drinking water first tremendously can help you lose weight, have better control over your food, and feel fuller, right? With the 2B Mindset certification, I'm going to spend literally like 20 minutes, like 15, 20 minutes, really going deeper on why water first, why it's been proven in studies to lead to 44% greater weight loss when people drink half of a 2B Mindset water bottle, about 16 ounces of water before a meal. And then all the questions that as mentors and coaches that you will probably get asked regarding each principle. So you guys are going to love it, love it, love it. So I'm so excited for the certification. Okay. Hey, Miko. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Coralie. So I want to just I really only have a minute because we have to get into rehearsal, but I just want to like amp everyone up. I don't know where you're all at with your weight losses. I mean, listen, not every day is perfect. I get it. But you have the ability to be. And it's not that you have to eat perfectly ever, but you have to track perfectly always. So your water might slip and it might be run you out of the house and your scale ran out of batteries and you had to miss it a day and you just get the batteries or your plated dinner might have had like a few potatoes on it. Like I'm not saying every day you have to eat perfectly and it has to be perfect, but how you track always needs to be perfect. So I'm going to give you an example. 4th of July, I really was like on point. Like I made a really smart and sensible lunch. I brought a huge veggie platter that I posted on Instagram to my friend's house, but I wanted a cocktail. I wanted to drink. I was very smart with the drinks. I also posted that online. I did literally like this much seltzer to this much white wine. So I really had a smarter summer sipper, which I love, but I'm, postpartum. So for me, wine is like vodka. And I certainly got very tipsy and I still didn't eat too much. I still, if I ate anything, it was the snackable veggies I'd brought to the party. So I really didn't deviate that way. But it hindered my sleep by drinking alcohol. I totally did not get as deep a sleep. And of course, I'm still up with my baby. Yesterday, I was just a mess, just super foggy. I feel like I totally overate lunch. And I just felt lethargic and all day. So it didn't feel like a perfect day. I felt like I overate lunch. I tracked it. I totally tracked it. I literally wrote in my tracker several lines, overdid the lines of totally overate. When I kept going for seconds and thirds at my lunchtime, I was missing water first in the More Shore model. That was a huge aha for me, where I kept going back for more veggies and I kept going back for more protein. So I had, I had water first. I had lots of broccoli. I had some scrambled egg whites and then I wanted more. And then I had veggies and lots of dip. And then I wanted more. And then I ended up having this chicken and onions that I was preparing to save for dinner. And I just kept going for more, lots of veggies and protein. So I wasn't necessarily going for the carbs, but I was totally missing water as well. And if I just kept going in the More Shore model, made sure I was kept hitting water, then I probably wouldn't have felt like I overdid it with lunch, which only made me feel more sluggish all afternoon and yada, yada, yada. Great. So yesterday wasn't perfect. That's fine. But I was diligent about tracking it and tracking my feelings and tracking what went wrong and having an understanding of, okay, the alcohol doesn't really work for me in terms of necessarily losing weight that day, but also in terms of kind of getting it together the following day. But I didn't let it get the best of me. I ended up the day just drinking way more water and getting to sleep early. And I got so much sleep last night. I feel amazing today. And the scale corrected itself today. So remember, you can really try to always lose weight as fast as you can gain it. So while it can go up on the 4th, it can be down by the 6th. So do not let a little stumbling block, a little up on the scale, a little loss of ever get the best of you. Learn from it. Track it. Track it, track it, track it. Track it, track it, track it. And also get to what could I have done better? So not just move on, but like, how could I have improved that? Okay. All right. I love you guys. I want to answer some questions. How about those that need less fiber from veggies like cauliflower? Cauliflower doesn't have necessarily less fiber. Sorry, I still have to drink some coffee. Sleep and water is the death of you. Sleep and water is the cure of you. So, Michelle, you said sleep and water is the death of you. Sleep and water is the cure of you. I just heard a really interesting speaker. I forgot his name, but Tim Ferriss interviewed him on his podcast, and he had such an interesting analogy. So it was on that Tim Ferriss podcast. He interviewed someone who was saying, there's a difference between simple and complicated, and things you like seem simple, and things you don't like seem complicated. And this is what I just want to get to before I have to sign off and go into certification rehearsal, which is a lot of you are likely making the tracker complicated. A lot of you are likely making water first complicated. A lot of you are likely making veggies most complicated. A lot of you are likely making the scale complicated. It's not complicated. It's not complicated. It's actually very, very simple. But things we like to do seem simple, and things we don't like to do seem complicated. So he used a really good example, which is like running. If you ask someone who doesn't like to run, what it would be like to run, a non-runner would be like, well, I have to schedule it in my day. I need to get the right sneakers. I need to make sure I drink water before. I need to make sure I have the right socks, and I lace up my sneakers just the right tight. And, I have to get out of the house and wear the right clothes and make sure and a good route. And then I guess you would go, and you have to kind of shower, and, you can make it really complicated. If you ask a runner, how do you prepare to get running? They're like, oh, running is the easiest thing. I literally just pack sneakers with me wherever I am, and I get out, I do a quick run, and then I go on with my day. It's all about perspective. And I'm telling you right now, stop making the two bunnies complicated. Stop making the 2B mindset complicated, because it's actually, and what I get from everyone is, it is literally the simplest approach to weight loss. It is. Writing down your food for 4 minutes a day is simple. And we all have time to do that. I've got a lot going on. I don't think you guys realize. It seems like really airy. That's just because that's how I like to just not make life seem complicated. It's not. I try to just focus on what I'm grateful for, and then everything else seems doable. And I think it's really important that you really take that perspective and find more fulfilling aspects to life, and realize that taking 4 to 5 minutes a day to write down your food 2 to 4 times a day, just check in. It could be twice, it could be mid-afternoon and night. I really like to make sure it's every single time I finish eating, I track it. I find if you have access to the iOS app, taking the picture is really key. For me, taking the picture of my food is really key. So even if you have an Android phone or anything, or you're using the PDF tracker or even the tracker, for me, taking the picture makes a big difference for me, because if I'm not taking the picture when I'm tracking, which I used to do, I feel like I end up eating a lot. But because on the app you're only allowed to take one picture, I feel like I got to get everything I'm about to eat in that picture, and that kind of solidifies what I'm eating, and then I write it down, and then it makes me not want to eat more afterwards and even go into the Marshall model. But if I do go into the Marshall model, I just go back and I type in more and more, which I had to do yesterday when I overate. So track. Give yourself that gift. Okay? Give yourself that gift. And a lot of you might be in this thing of okay, I don't want to do the 2B mindset anymore. I don't want to track. I don't want to care about what I'm eating. I'm sure a ton of you that's going through your head. Or as coaches, you're working with people who that's going through your head. I don't even want to think about my food choices. I don't even want to track. I don't even want to care. Can any of you relate to that? Are any of you in that state? Test it. Or think about 3 months ago when you were in that state. How did it work out for you? How did it work out for you? And if you want to go a few days without tracking and without caring, see how that feels for you. Because honestly, I've come up with this thing I call the time displacement theory. And I think I've spoken to you guys about this. But I've been 100 pounds overweight. I get it. Okay? And I understand getting into all of these funks of, I don't care, I'll just settle here, whatever. Okay? I get it. And I don't want to take 5 minutes to fill up my water bottles and go to the bathroom more and track my food and get my veggies. I know it's only 10 to 15 minutes a day, but I don't want to take the time to do that. I'm too busy. If you don't take the 10 to 15 minutes a day to go to the bathroom more, track your food, eat more veggies, make a plan before you go out to restaurants, watch the videos. If you don't take those like 15 minutes a day, which eventually feel like seamless, just a part of your day. If you don't take that time in the day, I mean, I've been every weight in the book. I've worked with every person at every weight and every state and every lifestyle. I know that you will end up taking that exact same amount of time, if not more time, to be uncomfortable. Being uncomfortable in your skin, being uncomfortable in your appearance takes time, okay? It used to take me an hour to get dressed for school, an hour to get dressed for any event. I would have to go through my entire closet. This doesn't look good. This doesn't look good. This doesn't look good. Shame, regret. Then I would spend so much time avoiding pictures or angling myself in pictures or having to go through Facebook seeing who tagged pictures of me that I had to detag immediately because I look so not how I like to look in those pictures. Or when I'm with someone, I'm just so distracted by feeling so uncomfortable or feeling like I need to suck in or feeling like people are looking at what I'm eating and all those self-consciousnesses and insecurities that are inevitable if you don't feel confident in your body. And feeling comfortable in your body, people think is a superficial thing. People think it might be a superficial thing to want to feel confident in your body. But look at your body. It's 80% of you. It's 80% of your physical appearance of how you work out in the world. And it's not even how people view you, because who cares what people think? But it's you. It's your ability to bend down and reach for things. It's your ability to put on seatbelts in the car. It's your ability to walk upstairs. I mean, I've been every weight. I'm literally just lost so much weight just being postpartum. With the heat of the summer, you feel every pound. I mean, I'm saying it from personal experience. I feel every pound. When I lose a pound of physical weight, it feels like I'm losing a pound of emotional weight too. And I know a lot of people can relate to that because it does feel like you're shedding and you're feeling, you're uncovering just a more flexible, vibrant, energetic self that feels healthier and lighter and every sense of the being. So, give yourself that. Give yourself the ability to feel confident in your skin because everyone deserves that. We only get one body. So I always say you get one body, might as well make it rock. You don't get to move houses. You can move houses, you could do repairs. You get one house your whole life. So repair it, make it the best. And by the way, it can keep getting better and better and better. Regardless of age, regardless of anything, you can always, always, always keep improving how you feel. So my best tip this weekend is to remind yourself that you do care. That's just the best. Just remind yourself you care. It's you want to say, I don't care to track. I don't care to eat well. You do care. That's why you're in this group. That's why you're watching this video. That's why you signed up to be a Beachbody coach, because you do care to be healthier and better. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. We should care about our health and well-being. We should care about our health and well-being. For ourselves, the better we're able to care for others. So even if you're not motivated for yourself to lose this weight or to eat better for yourself, think about how much all your family is improving when they see you ordering a salad with dressing on the side and chicken at a steakhouse that they've always seen you eat, a blooming onion and a big bacon burger and fries and a beer. And now they're seeing you eat this like big salad with chicken, smiling and drinking tons of water first and saying, no, thanks, I'm good. And when they say, oh, come on, you're going to eat that. Don't you want some fries? You'll be like, yeah, if I want one, I'll have a bite. But like, I'm feeling good. When you say that, and you say that with confidence, you won't even believe the ripple effect. That everyone around you might pretend like they're judging you, might be giving you a hard time, but in reality, they're saying, I wish I ordered that. And I should probably have eaten that. And I'm going to pretend like I'm loving this deep fried, like 2,000 calorie meal. But afterwards, I'm probably going to have heartburn. I'm probably going to have a hard time sleeping. And I'm going to feel sluggish the next day because that food, we all know, does not make us feel great at even an hour later. So be confident in your choices. Be confident in the fact that you do care and you're proud of it. Be proud of the fact that you care. Okay? Tasha says that, people don't, listen, for a lot of you are saying like your businesses have improved. Well, I've worked with coach test groups for the past year. Every coach, like so many coaches I've worked with who've done the 2B Mindset Test Group have been saying over and over again, my businesses has been booming. Even before the 2B Mindset went on sale, even when people were just coaching people in other programs and other things, 100%. When you live it and you embody the 2B Mindset and you eat these things happily, you're not sitting there drinking your water while everyone's drinking these sugary cocktails and you're going, I miss that. You're going, this is awesome. I'm going to track this later and my scale's going to go down tomorrow and I'm feeling amazing. That confidence in what you're doing is so contagious in the most positive way. And it makes everyone else be like, that's doable. I can do that. So there's a lot of peer pressure in the summer. There's a lot of peer pressure in the summer. There's a lot of social events. I get it. Watch the travel video, watch the events video, watch the dining out video. I have such good tips in there. Using the push-off method in the travel video, using Dinteo that I talk about, I think, in the travel video or the events video. Using these things, stay in the events video. I always talk about, just don't even go near the food table. Hang out with the kids, hang out in the pool, help people around. Keep your 2 hands on the wheel of your water. Have your shake before you go. And I have to go and have my shake and go into rehearsal. But make a plan. So I'm finalizing this thing with the 3 Ps. My 3 Ps for success. Please follow the 3 Ps this weekend. The first one is make a plan. You know what you're doing this weekend. Don't pretend like, oh my God, and then they came over and we ended up going here. Of course there are curveballs. Of course. Talk to your spouse, talk to your kids, talk to your friends. Start getting a feel of what your plans are this weekend. If it's a restaurant, look at the menu. If you're going to a potluck, what are you bringing? Are you bringing a big pitcher of water? Are you bringing a big pitcher of unsweetened tea? Are you bringing your own? Are you bringing a huge veggie platter? Are you bringing a huge salad? Are you making a great platter of turnip fries? Like, what are you bringing for the potluck? Are you eating before? Are you having a shake? Are you not even eating there because you're going to just focus on the other aspect of socializing there? What's the plan? Make a plan. The next one is key. Proceed with the plan. Proceed with the plan. Make the plan and proceed with it. So when I talk about the dining out video, I explain order first. Be the first person to order. If you're the first person to order at a restaurant, you don't get overwhelmed with oh wait, that sounds good. Oh, hey waiter, can you change my order? Make your order. Grilled salmon, salad on the side. I want to get the shrimp, but I see it comes with mashed potatoes and broccolini. I don't want any mashed potatoes. I just want double order of broccolini. Thank you. Go to the bathroom. Just like make your conviction go. Don't even get hindered by that. By the way, you'll see every other person will more likely be influenced by your food choice if you ordered first. So do that. Make your conviction. You come back to the table. Proceed with eating that. Make your plate super sensible and clean. You'll rely on others for bites if you want any. Go on the scale the next day. Have a nice bright day. We always get back up. Okay? I love you guys all. So make a plan, proceed with the plan. And that's when you see progress. You see progress by making sure you track it and you go on the scale the next day. And even if it goes up 0.2, it's still progress, okay? Because you proceeded with the plan. I love you all. Have an amazing weekend. Donna, you're saying I'm struggling. Your granddaughter is staying with me. I'm not even going to tell you my weekend plans. My weekend plans are ludicrous. I'm completely thrown off in every way. I'm not looking at it as a struggle. I'm looking at it as an opportunity to figure out my system throughout it. And before I go into this wild weekend of caring for lots of kids and social events and everything, I'm just making my plan within it. Opportunities to improve yourself and show yourself how strong you are and that you can do this, okay? It's not focused on the word struggle. People really have serious struggles, and having people stay with you for the house or having a weekend getaway is not a struggle. It's an opportunity to spend time with different people and see how you can keep with your 2B mindset in different scenarios. These are opportunities, so please look at it that way. All right, I love you guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah.